I found this quote this morning that I want to share with you all. I think you'll be able to relate to it. It goes something like this. Life isn't about getting and having, it's about giving and being. And I think that is the essence of Rotaract and Rotary. That is truly the power of every one of you guys here today. And that is why I'm so honored to be here to announce the bid and to conduct the bid with you guys today. So thank you so much. So as John mentioned, we had 8 interested countries that were interested in hosting Interota 2017, and 5 of them are here today. And they're going to be doing their bid presentations. So I'll briefly tell you about who is bidding and what is required to host an international conference of this magnitude, and how the bidding will work today, and who can vote. So, what is required to host an international conference? Sean and Andrea did a magnificent job chairing this year's conference, and they had a huge team, and they started preparing for this conference a couple of years ago. In order to host a conference, the country that is interested in hosting, they need to have the permission and endorsement of the district governor or an international Rotary director. They need to be able to accommodate 200 or 400 delegates, like all of you guys. It needs to be in a location that's accessible and convenient. And they need to be able to plan and implement the entire conference. And they need to assume the financial responsibility. This is a huge task. And we have 5 teams today that are going to vie for your bid and tell you why they should host Interota 2017. So who's bidding today? So as I call your country names, make some brackets, okay? So this is the order of today's presentation. We have number 1, Team Taiwan. Number 2, we have Australia. Number 3, Yamate, India. Number 4, Germany and Netherlands. And number 5, Costa Rica. Awesome. So that is who's going to be bidding. So now I'm going to talk about how the bidding is going to work today. All right. So shortly, each of the countries, starting with Taiwan, are going to have a 10-minute presentation. So it can be like we've kept the guidelines very loose. So it can be a creative component or an oral pitch. The point is it's going to be a maximum 10-minute presentation. And then after the 10-minute presentations, we're going to get each of the team leaders to stand here on stage, and you guys are going to give them some questions. So the questions can be directed to each bid leader, or it can be directed to all of them. So that's how we're going to do that. And that'll be around probably 10 to 15 minutes. And then after those presentations, or after the interviews, my fellow Rotaractors, Sean, Lori, and Graham, they're going to give out ballot cards to each of the registered delegates here. So each of you is wearing a red badge. You guys are fully registered and you can vote. All right? So they're going to give you a ballot card. And hopefully everyone has a pen. And you get to put an X next to the country that you want to host in Interota 2017. Then after that, we're going to collect your ballots, and myself, Lori, and Graham, we're going to count those ballots, and at the beginning of lunchtime, we'll announce who will host Interota 2014. Okay, so with that said, I want to say a couple words about Team Taiwan. So Team Taiwan, this big team is a dynamic group of volunteers who are motivated and dedicated to organizing Interota 2017. They bring together caring, warm, fun, intelligent people who love to serve. Every one of their team members represents the following spirits. They're innovative, they're committed, they're collective, and acutely aware of how limitless impact they're going to make. Their skills and personalities are as diverse as their fields and backgrounds. And they're going to be united in a common goal to support and execute an amazing Interota 2017. They recently, 2013, had successfully hosted the 10th Asia Pacific Regional Voter Conference. So they have that experience to back them up. So without further ado, I want to present Team Taiwan.
扯掉。开始了吗？真的。
Good morning, everyone. 你好。
你好。Bonjour。
Guten Tag。
Buongiorno。
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
Hola。
Namaste。
And I'm Elise, and we are from Taiwan.
First of all, we want to thank Interota 2014 committee for this amazing conference.
And we can't wait to host the next Interota for you. So first of all, we're going to give you some brief introduction of Interota 2017 in Taiwan. Interota Taipei is going to be a 7-day conference, which is going to be held in early September in 2 very different cities in Taiwan. And here's the program agenda of our conference. And you can refer to the little DM we gave you in this little goodie bag. Yeah, just a little DM in there. So you can look there for more information. And now we're going to tell you more about some exciting highlights of our program.
Okay, on the first night, we're going to give you a warm welcome by having the barbecue pool party. So let's enjoy a night with splendid Taiwanese performance, delicious Taiwanese food, and have a great fun in the pool together. And on day 2, we'll have a house of friendship, which is also gonna be like a country expo, where you can experience different culture at the same time. And indeed, this evening, we'll have a very special event just for Interota Taipei, as 2017 is also the 50th anniversary of Rotary Action. Golden Banquet will bring you back, tell you about the 50 years story and what we have achieved.
And on day 3, we're going to take it around and explore the Taipei city. So there will be 4 different tours, which are history, culture, nature, and local tours. All delegates can choose the tour, which tour they want to go on according to their preferences. And have a visit to National Palace Museum, enjoy a ride on Mount Gondola, and a local bike tour going along the river towards the beautiful harbor in Danshui. And we're also taking you to the top of Taipei 101 to get a view of the whole city under your feet. And when night falls, ride on your winch on a sky lantern and experience a sense of peace while seeing hundreds of sky lanterns lighting up the sky. And after that, we're going to take you to the world-famous night market culture, which shows you local delicacies and many interesting creations.
On day 4, we are taking you away from Taipei City to Yilan to see another face of Taiwan. And enjoy your afternoon at National Center of Traditional Art. Learn to make traditional Taiwanese music, instruments, snacks, and other art crafts. And for dinner, let's have a traditional Taiwanese bakery, which is called Bando on the street. On day 5, as service one of the core values of Rotaractors, we'll have 2 service projects, which either will be environmental or social. And in the afternoon, have you ever seen the rice farm? In our vocational project, Working Holiday, we are taking you to the field, introduce the Taiwanese agriculture, have a day as a happy farmer, doing work by ourselves, and have a great dinner in the field together.
In the evening, representatives sent from each district will go through rounds of roadway shows. Mr. and Miss Interota of Interota 2017. It's going to be fun. And we can't wait to be wowed by your creative and fancy dresses. At the end of Interota Taipei, we'll have a very special project. Best of Interota 2017. Let's work together and break Guinness records and let the world see the power of Interota. To sum up, our program includes some special features as below. First of all, it's designed to include 5 services of Rotaract, especially the community and vocational service. Second, really impacts between all participants and even more. One Rotaract spirit, regardless of our nationality. And another important part is that Interota Taipei will put more efforts on setting up clear regulations for holding this international conference. So it is to improve its quality based on past experiences.
And now we're going to tell you why Taiwan should be the place for Interota. Some of you might have heard of APRC, which is the annual conference for Rotaract in Asia-Pacific region. Taiwan has successfully hosted it twice and have well-organized program for more than 800 Rotaractors. And we hope to transfer this successful story to Interota and share this wonderful experience with more Rotaractors. Besides, we are here on behalf of all the Asia-Pacific regional Rotaractors to send our warm welcome. And we understand that visa is also a very important issue. Taiwan has offered visa-free service for more than 45 countries, and our government has shown their support and promise to each delegate. We will arrange special entry permit. So it is okay to visit Taiwan. And besides, there are almost 600 flights every day, inbound and outbound in Taiwan. So it's made easier for you to come to visit Taiwan.
And we also got very strong backup for holding Interota. The 7 districts in Taiwan will all be united, and there will be over 3,000 Rotaractors working together on it. And with a strong manpower, we believe that we'll have a very well-organized Interota. Apart from the power of Rotaractors, we also got very strong support from Rotarians, including RI President Gary Huang and co-chair of RI Rotary Interact Committee, Mr. Yan Shenxie. This close relationship between Rotarians and us also leads to more resources for Interota. As financial support is always a key to holding a big conference, we have successfully received sponsors and grants from several organizations, including our governments and many other business partners, such as HTC, Giant, and ASUS. We've also gained international partnership with Instantly, which is based in Singapore, and they'll help record every splendid moments in Interota.
And technology is also one of our pride. In Interota, we will bring in technology system. Every delegate will have an Interota member ID card, which will be used for check-in and for transportation in Taipei City. And let's enjoy an easier and more convenient conference with the application of technology. Last but not least, Taiwan is also ranked one of the safest countries to travel in the world.
As we believe that a comfortable stay is also very important, the hotels we're going to stay in two cities are the Grand Hotel and Evergreen Resort Hotels, which are both ranked 5 stars. 5 stars. 5-star hotels. Great view, and maybe relax yourselves a little bit in hot spring during the break.
And these are what we're gonna to put for our goodie bags, especially for that RFID member card. And we have an Intro Taipei conference app for information you need to know before and during the conference.
So here comes the important part. How much is the registration fee for Interota Taipei? For road directors, there will be 2 batches. The early bird registration is $400 and the second batch is $500. And for overage road directors and guests, all batches is $600 and for Rotarians is $750.